Hello, my name is Victor Arias, and I'm from Baruch College, and I'm gonna talk to you about my early life, my roots, and I'm also gonna talk about my high school years and my four stressful but interesting years, and my current life from Baruch College with a whole new life and good friends, and my how I got here to how I got here, how I met new friends in the Urban Male Leadership Academy, or if you would like to put it, the UMLA. Mm, yeah, it has been an interesting life with ups and downs. And this is pretty much almost like just the beginning. There's many more years to come. Hopefully, hopefully more positives, no negatives. Yeah, and hope you enjoy this. Hello, I'll be talking about my early life. Um, before I moved to Brooklyn, I lived in 207 near Dyckman Street. Mm, my early life was an interesting one also with ups and downs. I was really considered a pretty top. I was a pretty smart student. Yeah, especially in math. I mean, for some reason, it eventually became part of my life. Ironically, since people always talk about it being everywhere. Um, as you can see, this picture represents pretty much my life. Pretty simple. Woke up in the morning, got ready for school, exhausted, uh, did my thing, and yeah, I mean, I always tried my best to make my family proud. Then I came home, watched TV. Not gonna mention the TV show. Yeah, and just ran around, played with my toys. Yeah, basically a simple life. And I have to say, I'm pretty not disappointed about it at all. It just describes who I am. Yeah, so as you can see, this is my mother, who basically you could say she's been a part of every day of my life. When I wake up and she wakes me up in the morning pretty early, and one thing she's definitely not afraid to splash water in your face. Um, she gets me ready for school. When I come, she always picked me up, although I actually live close. Yeah, so she's pretty much your average mother. Although one thing that I always remember that always makes her unique is the fact that she's definitely never, and I mean ever, afraid to enforce the rules, whether the kids like it or not. And like in this picture, she really cared about, like, especially my birthdays. For my first 15 years, I can remember that I was never the type of guy who really exaggerated about birthdays. I mean, come on, one day. But the fact that she cared enough to put all that money into it really shows that she really is very caring. And although like with my schoolwork, she may not understand it too well. She always tries her best. Always makes sure that I'm on top of things. Yeah, so you can see me here again, my mother. And would you look at that? A new addition to the family. I have to admit, I mean, it's ironic how one day when I was in bed, I actually made a wish that I could have someone to play with. Isn't it ironic that my wish came true. Although me and my sister often get mad at each other, I still love her like I still love her very much. And she's definitely an interesting one, all right. She's always into technology. She definitely knows more than I do. uh, yeah, she's always an excited one. I can never remember a time that she's not running around, jumping around. Uh, yeah, she it's like she's always looking for new things to do. I can never I It's rare to usually see her bored. Uh, I mean, I have to admit, again, although there are times when I get upset, I'm really glad that she's my sister. And if you saw her, you would you definitely would not believe how tall she is. She could be tall. I'm sure she'll be taller than me one day. Yeah, so this is my junior high school, IS 171. The funny thing how I actually started 2 weeks after the school year started. I cannot believe I somehow managed to actually get through that first year. I have to admit there were some negatives. I felt left out. Um, I mean, I did have good friends. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so I did do my work. I did have times when I doubted myself and my grades were low. But don't get me wrong. I mean, I always did. I always made sure to pick myself up. And I have to admit, I mean, during my last years, I really ended up to think I ended up missing middle school in the end. And this would be my high school. Well, technically, this was Franklin K. Lane, the second building I went to Cypress Hills Collegiate Prep. I have to admit, I mean, I was pretty glad that my friends from middle school were there. It made transition to high school a lot easier. I met a lot of friends. I really I really became like more of a peaceful person again. Um, I always did my best to think that I would eventually become the salutatorian of this school. It was such a stressful time during those last 2 weeks, but I really met a lot of teachers, a lot of students, friends. I even have a few that I still visit once in a while. Yeah, so this would be my current college, Baruch College. I'm a member of the Sikh program. I'm proud of that. And also part of the Urban Male Leadership Academy, a group of future leaders, hopeful future leaders. And pretty much, I mean, college life has been an interesting one, all right. Again, I've had some ups and downs. Although during my classes, eh, I have to make sure to motivate myself more. But don't get me wrong, I mean, although I haven't really taken many leadership opportunities, I'm pretty sure I will one day. And I guess just being able to stand up in front of people to present, I guess it's like a step forward. I hope to graduate in 4 years. Yeah, so the UMLA pretty much a group of guys who always take pride in doing their best, making sure to keep those high grades, and again trying to improve the world. Yeah, and pretty much we all pretty much. It's amazing how like we barely even knew each other at first, and yet somehow we managed to build close bonds, relationships. We could tell each other anything. Yeah, what else? Yeah, and I really hope that this group can become something because this will be a pretty interesting way to finish my 4 years, and I hope to do my best to help this group accomplish its goals. Yeah, so pretty much my goals are to finish college, to make my family proud as always, make my friends proud. I'll do my best to improve myself. I hope that everyone else does too. And I hope that you all enjoy this video. I did my best to give you something to enjoy, and I hope you enjoy it.